Hi everyone, welcome to today's Slimming World video. I'm going to do a slightly different video today. I'm going to show you my morning routine and then what I'm eating, and I'll have a catch-up chat as well. I've got a book to show you. So first thing when I wake up, I always have 2 cups of peppermint tea and a pint of lemon water. I usually take the tea back and sit in bed and catch up on my favourite YouTube videos. There's so many good people who are making Slimming World videos who are all doing amazingly well. And then I usually have a little look on Instagram as well. I'm just going to do my oil pulling, which I do every morning. So you take a spoonful, I use coconut oil, but you can use whichever oil you like. You take a spoonful and you swill it round your mouth and your teeth for about 20 minutes if you can, or 15 minutes. Martin likes it because it makes me be quiet for 15 minutes. There's lots of benefits to oil pulling, which I won't go on about. If you're interested, if you just type oil pulling into Google or whichever search engine you use, you'll find out lots of information. I've been doing this for a couple of years and I do this every single morning. Now I'm going to do my breath work. I've got this stone that I painted and I put it out on the side to remind me, and then I'll sit and do 10 minutes breathing, some Kapalabhati, alternate nostril breathing and just deep breathing. Sometimes I use a YouTube video, sometimes I just do my own practice. I always like to light a candle in the morning and just stand for a minute and think of all the things that I'm grateful for. I find it just sets me up well for the day. So this morning I'm grateful for having a good night's sleep. I'm grateful for my mint tea and my kettle and clean water to make the tea. And I'm grateful for the lovely people that I've met on YouTube who leave me such nice comments and spur me on to do well every day. And now I'm going to get my yoga mat out, which I just keep behind the door here. And I'm going to do about 10 minutes of stretching. Next up it's breakfast, and I decided today to make some oat pancakes. So there's 80 grams of oats in there, which obviously half is for me, half's for Martin, so it's my healthy bee. There's grated carrot for speed, there's spices, ginger and cinnamon, and 2 eggs, and a little bit of syrup. So you just mix that up together, and then it looks like this, which doesn't look very nice, but it's delicious, believe you me. Then just cook them for a couple of minutes. Whilst they were cooking, I just made a batch of sugar-free jelly. It's 1.5 Syns for the whole sachet, and I've managed to get 4 portions out of this one. So I'll count those as half a Syn each, and I just thought today I'd make them in old not jam jars, but old glass jars that I had. So yeah, I'll put those in the fridge once they've cooled down, and they're really good for puddings. Once the breakfast's ready and plated up, I film usually for my what I eat in a day. So this is the bit that you normally see. Obviously I'm doing it a bit differently today, but I've got the pancakes, I've got yogurt and speedy berries as well. Yummy. It's good. Whilst I'm eating my breakfast, I always make sure I've got my book next to me so that I can write down well, I finished my breakfast first, but so that I can write down exactly what I've eaten. If I leave it till later, I forget. So that's all written down. And then I take my vitamin D and my biotin, which, I take vitamin D in the UK because we don't get enough sun, and the biotin is for my hair. That's basically my early morning routine most mornings. My days do change because I work for myself and I work from home. I can kind of suit myself, if you see what I mean, as to what I do. Obviously it depends how many orders I've got and how much stock I need to make for when I'm doing markets and things like that, but generally I can be quite flexible. So for example, yesterday the weather was really nice. We knew the weather was going to be really nice, so we went out for the day yesterday to make the most of it. And then I know that today I've got a lot of work to do. So in my morning routine, I don't always do the yoga. I sometimes do some hula hooping or dancing, or sometimes nothing. So I also would like to increase the amount of time. I only do probably about 10 minutes at the minute, but it's better than nothing, so I'm quite happy with that. And I'm hoping as my fitness gets better and I get stronger, then I'll be able to do a bit more. I do normally try to walk every day. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to today because I really have got quite a bit of work to do, and I've also got housework to do, but we'll see, maybe later. What else do I have to say? Oh yeah, now I'm going to get on with my work basically, and I want to clean the bathroom as well. And then I'm going to have a shower, and then I will catch up with you after that, which probably will be around about lunchtime. So I'll show you what I'm eating then for my lunch. Getting on well so far with work. I'll show you what I've made, and then I'm just about to take some pictures I need to list the things that I've made in my Etsy shop. So, which is fine, but it's quite time consuming, more than I thought it was going to be when I first started doing it. You have to get good pictures, which is difficult at this time of the year with the light. So anyway, I'll show you what I've made. So I've been making tea towels this morning. These are really popular. These are like a woodlandy kind of one. And then the most popular one are these chicken ones. So, there's a thread there. I'll get that in a minute. And I've also made another seagull bunting. So yeah, I'm going to get those listed and then get on with cleaning the bathroom. I'm also trying to make some new things actually at the moment. I got this big ball of wool yesterday. I'm trying to actually make some little Christmas decorations, which is going to be fun. So this is my first attempt at a little pom-pom thing, which I need to do that again actually because it's not really good enough. But I'm going to make some little like hanging decorations. It's going to have a little hat on it and a little note. It's going to be really cute. I'll show you if I ever manage to do them well enough. And then I've also been cutting out, I'll show you, I've got quite a few, these Christmas tree shapes out of cardboard, and I'm going to make some decorations with those as well. I'm just cooking some of these sausages in the oven to go with my lunch. These are really nice. I get these a lot. They're from Aldi. They're free on the Slimming World plan, and they're quite yummy. Vegetarian onion and rosemary sausages. I've also got some broccoli steaming, and I've got some kale cooking with some garlic and salt and pepper and just a tiny bit of water. I haven't had kale for ages because I don't like the way they chop it up in the supermarket. They leave all the stalky bit in. So when I found this yesterday that was sort of whole, as it were, I was really pleased because I love kale. So that's going to be really yummy. Here's lunch. I've got a roasted red pepper, lentil and tomato soup. That's all speed and free, and the lentils are protein. And then I've got 2 of the sausages I just cooked, and then I've got some speedy bits to just pick on. I'm really looking forward to this. I haven't actually had anything since breakfast, which is a miracle. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's about 1 o'clock now. And still no Syns yet. we're just about to head out for our walk, but before we go, I just wanted to show you this in case anyone's interested and might find it helpful. I got a book, it's called, I'll show you, Take Charge of Your Diet. And it's a self-help workbook using cognitive behavioural therapy. It's not actually a diet, so you still follow, obviously I'm following Slimming World, so you still follow whatever you're following, but it's about the kind of psychology and the mental state of why we eat, how we do, why we overeat, blah, 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 all that kind of thing. And for me, I've done some cognitive behaviour therapy for phobias. Oh, excuse me, and I used to be really afraid of flying, and I did a thing called habituation and exposure therapy, and whilst it's not like a miracle cure and it was hard work, a lot of hard work, I am much better now, and I will happily get on a plane, you know, without crying or having to take Valium or whatever else I used to have to do. So I'm quite a big believer in CBT, cognitive behaviour therapy, and I just thought this looked really interesting. I mean, let me show you. So it starts off like, you know, listing your reasons why you want to lose weight. To be fair, a lot of this kind of stuff is what Slimming World is actually based on, but this kind of goes a bit deeper into it. Learn from your past, I think that's good. When did you start putting on weight? There's all sorts of questions. What worked the last time you lost weight? Can you identify particular factors that were linked with you breaking your diet, etc., etc. There's a lot of it's going to be a lot of looking at self and being honest with yourself, and I just thought it would be really good. The one bit which I really thought was interesting is, I can't find it now, but in one part of it they ask you to keep a food diary, and as well as writing down what you eat, you have to write down how you feel. And this, for me, that's really interesting. In the example one, it was like 11 o'clock, 8, 2 biscuits, how did you feel? Bored, you know, and that's me to a T. So I'm not going to actually do this now because I think this is a busy time of the year for me, but I'm going to take it with me to Fuerteventura because, like I say, you need time to self-reflect, and there's no point in me rushing through this, but it is actually a workbook, so there's, you know, a lot of little boxes to fill in and little activities to do and stuff like that. So anyway, I just thought I would share in case anybody else is interested. And when I do the whole thing, when I'm away in Fuerteventura, I will let you know if it's any good. I'm just starting to make dinner. I'm making a speedy tomato pasta sauce. So I've got loads of speed veg in there, onions, peppers, courgettes, carrots, and I've got red split peas, which when it's all blended up you won't even know they're in there, but it's extra protein, it's more filling. I've got balsamic vinegar, stock, salt, pepper, and then I'm going to put some of this JD seasoning stuff in, which makes it quite yummy, and then I'll blitz, and tomato passata, and I'll blitz it all up when it's ready. And here's the finished sauce. You can leave it chunky, and I often do actually leave it chunky because I quite like that. But this time I want to do a smooth sauce, and I've made absolutely loads. So some is going to be for tomato pasta tonight, and the rest of it will go in the freezer. And here it is, ready plated up. So I've got lentil pasta because I don't eat gluten. I've got sweet corn, I've got the speedy sauce, I've got broccoli, and then I've got my cheese to put over the top. And it smells yummy. So for pudding, I've got one of the jellies that I made earlier, and I've put some raspberries in it, and I'm going to have half a Syns worth of the Groovy Food chocolate sauce over the top. So that's it for today's video. I'll just show you my book, because I normally show you that at the end. I'm really pleased today because, I don't know if you can see this all right, my iPad doesn't really like when it's dark to record, but I finished on 2 Syns today, so I'm really pleased with that, and I've enjoyed all my food today. It's been really yummy and lots of speed food. I'm going to go and put my pyjamas on now, watch TV, and if I have anything else, it'll be a hot Ribena or a cup of chamomile tea or something like that. So yeah, I'm pleased with the 2 Syns today. Oh, and I'll have my sweets because I haven't had those yet. I always save those for like later on in the evening, just in case I suddenly think, oh, I need something else. I have my 2 sweets. They're half a Syn each. It works really well for me. Yeah, I'd forgotten about them. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I've enjoyed making this video today. I hope you've enjoyed watching it, and I've enjoyed vegetarian food today. I actually used to be a vegetarian, and I did used to eat a lot more veggie food than I am at the moment, so that is something I'm going to be trying to do a bit more of. Does anyone have any favourite veggie recipes or good veggie things that are low Syn that you can let me know about? That'd be amazing. I'd really appreciate that. So anyway, I'm going to stop waffling on now because this is a really long video anyway. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.